working on getting this done. So next step, getting mana from here to there. And this is already a dominant spark, so that it pulls the stuff from those up. What happens if I just put a dominant spark on there too? Will it pull from a dominant pool to a dominant pool? That's my question. That is what I want to know. I need mana steel, and I think I only have the one. Storage is a problem here. I don't know if it pulls. And it says it's tied to it, but again, I don't know. It should be pulling mana to this if that were the case. Because what happens if I take the spark off of you? Yeah, it sends mana that way. So what I might have to do is set up a spark tinkerer and figure out how to automate the putting the dominant spark on here versus not. Alright, so this is gonna get some mana over here and the flowers are gonna start. So then the next step is to get a Drum of the Wild. Is that just with the pasture seed? Yeah. Alright, so living wood I've got. Leather I don't think I have here. I have 7 there. Good deal. Okay. Pasture seed is just throwing grass into mana. You're out of it. Okay. That's not fun. I probably need to put a regular mana pool there instead of a small one. It appears that I'm using it up and I don't want that to be the case. So we'll do that instead. And again, no storage. Alright. Horn. Drum. And it's going to need mana, so we're going to probably want... let's see. I have so much stuff that I don't need in my inventory. I don't have enough power in order to do... let's repoint you elsewhere for now so that you don't go down there. And then need to pick you all up. Alright, so this is where it's going to be, but I need to do some figuring. Alright, I want the drum, or the spreader, to point the drum to the drum there. So there's going to be a mana spreader here to point to the drum on top of you, if I can get the hitbox. Okay. And that means the mana pool should go on top of you. And this needs to be a pulse spreader. So I can set up a clock. Alright, that should do it. Now to point this back where it needs to be. You happy? There you go. All right. Get some of this stuff cleaned up that we don't need here. Let's head back and grab some iron. I know I have this here, but I have it turned off because we don't have enough power to keep it running. I have it actually turned off here at the beach house. If I recall, the transmitter is turned off. So, yeah. Let's put this stuff in here. Darn it, this needs to go back at the other place. In any case, we need some iron. This is getting there. I don't know if there's anything else we need. I might want to grab some glass. I think I saw that we had gold there, but we'll bring the gold too. All right. But I don't have mana glass, and I probably should just make a little bit of it. We'll do 8 and get our hourglass made. And the pulse mana spreader, I should have regular mana spreaders here somewhere. Yeah. And then I have redstone in my bag, so oh, mana steel. All right. Hourglass, pulse spreader, And let's set it for... We'll do 2 minutes. I do need to make some drawers. How many does this make? No room for you. No room for you anywhere. All right. Pulse. Ow. Ow. Pulse mana spreader, you are pointed at the drum. And we're not going to set up the hourglass until oh, I forgot the hopper hawk. And I need to make it a floating hopper hawk, I think. That way I don't have to make the drawers look silly. Two of you. I need to do another pasture seed. And remember where I put all the flowers. Are they in my toolbox? They are. So much stuff, guys. It's just, oh, I need to work on it so bad. Random mess. Alright, so floating flower. Did I not pick the hopper hawk up? It's in here. Alright. Hopper hawk. Floating. Done. Yep. Definitely just a ton of mess. Now. Hi. Hopper hawk. I can't remember how far away this picks things up. We are going to experience more mobs in this area now that that cave illuminator is in place, because there's no caves underground for them to be in. So we will have to deal with that at some point. Probably put up a sacred light. I just placed you down here. Can you show me how far you cover that whole area over there? Okay, good. So I put you here. That would work too. This tree might go. And we can do I hate how you have to like rotate these a certain way to get them to place correctly. There's a creeper. Hi. Yeah. All right. No. So there we've got that. And You're configured for pickup only items and frames. That will work. You are bound, so you'll have expanded range. And I cannot remember if putting this here, if it needs a piece of redstone. So I'm going to assume it will need a piece of redstone leading into the pulse mana spreader. So there, every 2 minutes. I know 2 minutes is a decent duration, but I want to make sure it fills up as much of this field as possible. So once that goes off, we'll have some flowers that we will be able to turn into petal blocks to use for our tree. This shouldn't use a ton of mana to do this whole process. The Jaded Amaranthus is an early game flower, so it's actually relatively cheap. We have our Thermal Lily automated. It looks like it just picked up mana. This rail should be full here pretty soon. Well, I guess not. It's a decently full though, and we're still getting mana from underground. You can see that from the slime farm. So that's awesome. Let's make sure that I have it hooked up underneath here. Whoop, hello. Alright. This one is hooked up, okay. But I don't have a recessive spark on it, so we'll need to do that. And this one is, I don't know, the next mana thing we're doing. Ultimately, like I had mentioned, I want to hook up, so I don't have a ton of these. The mana on rails, I want to limit how many I've got exposed. So if I do another generating flower, it would be nice to hook it up to this setup here. So this mana pool would get the mana from wherever it is, so that this rail works just fine. And the same with the one over here. See, I could put another generating something or other in this area and send the mana to the pool here underneath. We need to finish doing the decking out. That's gonna take some time. I'm wondering if I will be able to set up this tinker, the spark tinker that I could put here. Because I know you can send a signal to flip the spark. And what I'll need to figure out is can I set it up with a comparator, so like when the mana pool is full, it tries to push mana out to the other pools. But then I have the problem, and this is a big problem, is the mana pools underneath this pool would then receive the mana again. So it's just a big circle. Sparks are faster than mana spreaders, but I may have to have mana spreaders in this tree more than the few that I have here to send it further than 12 blocks. Because those 4 mana pools under here with the mana spreaders next to it is 12 blocks from the mana on rails on the bottom. And then everything in those pools sends to this one, and this one's going to have a recessive on it pushing up to all of these pools. And which I mean, we don't have any mana in here at the moment, so that's the direction that it would go. It's gonna be flawed, I think. I don't think it'll be optimal. I think I'm just gonna have to deal with mana doing this sort of thing, but also going out to all of the different pools out there. Yeah, I think that's just what I'm gonna have to do with that. The runic altar, I would like to set up somewhere where this tree branch can manage it. Maybe like in this area here. It doesn't need a ton of space. Granted, the idea I had is beyond my capability, so I can't do it. I was gonna have like luminizers send the items to the runic altar. I probably still could try and do it, but it's gonna require a lot of work. Did we just have a... We did just have the drum do stuff. Why is that one still floating there? Okay, let's make sure. I think all of the... There we go. Now we have all the flowers in place. And we could lock these if my inventory weren't so freaking full. Yeah, there we go. It's running. That makes me happy. Okay, so back to the runic altar. I wanted to automate the runic altar in a way... If you've ever watched Etho's modded series, he did something really interesting with mana spreaders launching items. I don't want to do that because luminizers are the intended item transfer method for things like that. It'd be really cool to use luminizers to pick up the items needed for crafting and send them over to wherever the runic altar is for the crafting method. And hey, I want to see items flying through the air. So there's still that potential to do that. And if we did that right here, I mean, there's space enough to set a decent platform for the runic altar right here, and then figure out how to do the luminizer thing. And that branch could do the same thing we're doing for the jaded amaranthus, where it sends it to a pool sitting on top of a tree sort of thing. Yeah. How's this one doing? So we're all right about the same. Right around the halfway point. Pretty close to the halfway point. This one's at 6. Yeah, it's about halfway. It's exciting. What do I have on here? Petal Farm. We've got that all set up and running. So the next thing is Woot, which the reason that Woot was on hold was because of power needs. So let's drop, we have stuff on our inventory that belongs with the Botania things here. So let's drop that off in a chest somewhere. That might be it. This goes in our toolbox. We'll leave that there. Leave this bit of redstone here if we can. That seed should stay. Okay. And I think we're ready to go back to the beach house for a moment. Put, oh, I have living wood in my inventory. Great. We could open and take the things out of the loot bags that we got. Plenty of food. I like, you know, the whole using Pam's HarvestCraft for food and whatnot, which I'm still using because I'm not switching over to the next version. You get so much food from loot bags. Inventory cleaning. It's always a fun project. I have a lot of torches. Oh, that was probably because I picked up all those torches from the slime farm. So that slime farm is currently not running because slimes only spawn when you're in proximity of it. So that sort of a passive gen is pretty reliant on me being in the area. The thermal lily, I don't know if I left it loaded. That's okay too. Again, I don't play to be optimal or uber efficient with Minecraft. I play for making things look good and having fun doing so. Got some more to drink, stretched my legs, we're all good to go. Hopefully you took a moment to do the same and are ready to figure out the next thing we need to accomplish, which is getting some initial loot online to upgrade our power. So, one of the problems I have is that tank that I have hooch in needs to be moved, and that means either trying to pump out all the hooch, which I think this holds 500 buckets. Yeah, 512 buckets, and of course I just picked some up for no reason whatsoever. Goodbye, bucket. I forgot, you don't have to click on it to see the amount. Do I have another bucket? I don't. Oh, but I have some iron in here. I can make a bucket. And so either I need to figure out somewhere to put 500 buckets of hooch while I move this, or deal with the loss of 500 buckets of hooch. This is going to ultimately fill with firewater instead. I won't have any backup of hooch. These vats on the bottom will do hooch and then send them to the top vats, and the top vats will handle the firewater. So that is where I'm going to be putting in the blaze powder and the redstone. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. But the thing is, I want to move this one anyway because it's in the house. It's in the building, essentially. And I move it out. So I'm not sure if I'll just unhook it, let it run out, and then move it. In any case, whatever I decide to do, I need to get whatever tier root farm in here that does blazes and witches. Blaze See, I don't think it's gonna tell me here. I'd have to look it up on the Woot. Look it up on the Woot wiki for what tier Woot I need. I don't even think I can fit 2 in here. One for blazes and one for witches. So there is that to concern myself with. I'm not sure if I can automate swapping out the controller. Because I have a tier 2 almost, I have a tier 2 built and a tier 3 that I'm still building. I think it might be done. No, it's not done. So yeah. I don't think I need more than a tier 3 to do blazes and witches. I actually think a tier 3 is Enderman and a tier 4 is Wither Skellies. Let's look it up real quick. Woot tiers. Woot tier list. Tier 2 is Blaze and Witch, so I only need to make a tier 2. Tier 3 is Enderman, Iron Golems, Guardians, and Wither Skeletons, and Tier 4 is the Wither Boss. Okay. And this is as of May, so it's 6 months old. But I don't think this particular thing would have been changed. So we need to do a tier 2, which I probably could fit 2 of these to the orange level in that hut. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Ooh, no, I can't. So we'd have to see if there's a way to let's try something. I doubt this will work, but let's try. I see you. Yep, I figured you would harass me. Alright. Can we push you? No. Yeah, see, I didn't think you could. So we would need some kind of a block swapper and or a block breaker and a block placer. I think there's a placer. Yeah. With vanilla automation, which I'm not quite sure how it works, but I'm assuming that's doable. Block breaker, on the other hand, I suppose something to try in creative. Let's try something in creative. Excuse me, sorry about that. Get rid of you. All you. I'd start over. Alright. What I'm thinking is the bore lens. Spreader. Pulse. Pool. Controller. Okay. If we do that, we have a vacuum hopper, or a vacuum chest actually, would probably be better. And then laser. I mean, we could do this with vanilla with the what you call it. Yeah, no, facing okay. Alright, and you picked it up, alright. And then if we did put it in there, and since it would be different, that was unintended. That. Okay, so that needs a delay. That would work. So if we had detectors on the drawers that sent out a redstone signal on the drawers, probably this one. Emits signal for total storage. Let's grab a drawer. I want to know how this works. if we had this on here. And we do gobble. Signal strength of 1. Signal strength of 2, based on the size of the drawer, how full it is. So what I probably would rather have is the upgrade that decides to send out a signal at the lowest, least full slot. How do you work? Because I think this would do the same when it's just one drawer. What about if we did one for the 2? Why you no break now? You make me upset. Go away. Okay, so don't. We'll just start this over here. And you. So I'll say number 1 is the least full. But what if I switch those? It still says 1. Meet signal for least full slot. Oh, okay, so now I understand what that means. Pretty much ignores the other slot. The least full slot is the one that will trigger a redstone signal. Okay. I have a feeling I won't be able to do exactly what I want. There's a comparator upgrade for barrels. I'm sure I can do what I want with just the redstone upgrade. Just invert the signal. It's weird, you can't break. So weird, okay. But this works. This is something I can duplicate. And then I just need to figure out how to send this signal to this setup on the boot factory when either redstone or blaze powder is low, and then it'll run that factory until the level is up again. It won't require a lot of mana to run this pulse mana spreader, so I can just fill a pool with a mana tablet. I won't need to get mana over here. That won't be a problem. In fact, I wonder... No, that one probably wouldn't work. No, it wouldn't. Now that I'm thinking about it, never mind. So that's the block breaker, block placer for the loot farm. We should be able to do that without issue. So let's see about going back into the other world. And making loot parts. And then we have a long way to go before I'll even be able to set up the block breaker and block placer setup. But that's cool with me. We only need one factory then to be able to set it up. And we'll set it up, another one up over there for that. Yes. So we only need to get to the orange level. That is tier 3. Oh no, it's not. This level's tier 3 that we haven't finished yet. No, hang on. Yeah, 1, 2, those are 3 capstones. Okay. We should be able to fit this one in the upstairs of that building. We have a lot of crafting to go yet. I haven't even made these green blocks. Let's go take a look. What we need to do, what we need to collect for the tier 3 blocks. That would be these. We need ender pearls. That would explain why I haven't done this yet. I don't have a really good source of ender pearls. I mean, I have an okay source. We're completely out. We should grab some. Alright. This causes me a little bit of lag being here, so we'll suffer through it for now, unless my whole game crashes, which might be a possibility. And we're here. Again, we're going to experience a bit of lag. Some of it is induced because there's just so many mobs in the area. And the rest of it has to do with my poor setup of mob drops from my farm down here. It's crummy. I don't come here very often, and most of the time just to fetch things. Let's see, we have 6 stacks. That ought to definitely get us started. Let's grab some blaze rods while we're here. And these are the things we need the most. How are we on Enderman heads? Let's grab a couple of those. I know we're low on those. Wither skelly heads we'll leave here. So, yep. Yep, I do. I don't need that many, I hope. What might be nice if I store all my XP. I'm not using it. I have a lot of drawers. Get the heck out of here. And we'll probably have to tear this one. I don't have a lot of resources, so we'll have to tear this one down probably to put in steampunk cliffs. Let's let things load in since I haven't been here since the game restart. All right. 8. It got me 8. Okay, so we need to do this a few times, and it looks like we need to actually make the factory casings. Do we have any of this auto-crafted at all? We have that auto-crafted, we have that auto-crafted. We don't have the plates auto-crafted. Let's see if that's actually possible. This one I think has space for stuff. Yeah. Let's try. Good deal. So we have that. Factory casing. Alright, let's try that recipe. That was my grid. Up here is where I want it. Alright. So if we did factory casings, great. I think we should be able to do this now. Let's do root. Look up what we need. That gave us 24, so it's a start. We're getting there. This will take a while because I think it needs to make under iron. There we go. We got a whole bunch. Great. Now, what are these tier 3 capstones made out of? That uranium. We have at least one set of uranium, so that's at least a positive thing. We need more factory casings, huh? Okay, so we have those factory casings. Oh, it doesn't detect the hammer. Alright, so we got that. And Mini Sammy, thank you for the follow, Mini Sammy. I appreciate it. There we go. Got 2. Oh, obsidian. We need obsidian. Okay, well, we're gonna need obsidian. Alright, so we have the step. We do not have those. Is it gold plated that we need? No. Yes, gold plated. Okay. Okay, what do we need for gold? We need, oh, this is a tiered up. Oh, let's get rid of you and try this. I really would rather not use my wither skulls. Head. I have zombie heads. I bet those will work just fine. Alright. Back to doing this. We've got 12 of those. Now we have 12 of those. Try this again. 10 of those. Always with that. That's so frustrating. 1, 2. How many do we need? 1, 2, 5. What did I use up there? The factory cap. That's the obsidian. Okay, so we need more obsidian, and did I make the stuff for it? I did. Good. We'll just craft some. Let me guess. It's this. Yep. There we go. 2, 3. We're definitely gonna need more of these the plated skulls and stuff. 3, 4. We did it! 5! Woohoo! Okay. Let's tear apart the one that we've got here and move it. I don't know, I'm pretty sure we have enough of these green ones, so let's just dismantle. Let's get rid of you. Make sure I have enough room to pick everything up. Okay, we're good to go. Alright. Up to Steampunk Cliffs. Let it load in a second. And I gotta finish this house, but this is where it's gonna go. In here. And we're going to place let's see, this is odd here. Will that work? Tier 3. Let's see. Oop, we can move it back 1. Alright, so let's do that. Tier 3. Yeah, so now it's against that back wall. It all fits very snug. Can't do a tier 4 in here. With room in the front, we can't access the door, so we'll need to move the door. That's not a problem. To move the door elsewhere. And be able to access underneath for cabling to pull out the resources, and send some downstairs and store the rest somewhere. Unless I want to put this down 1 and deal with that. There's not a lot of space downstairs to do that. This is it. So no, we'll leave it up 1 so that we can pull stuff out and deal with it. No, what I'm thinking is if we put this the other way, we could have an expansion of the house this way. 1, 2, 3, 4, is it? No, it was further, 1 further. Yeah, so if we put it here, I could make an expansion that way for the storage and whatnot. Yep, we're gonna do that. So let's make this. Where am I? There's the red ones. Okay. And dirt here. Nope. Just so I can start building. I just clicked it for 4 again. Let's do 1 first. And get that made. Oops. There. There. And we'll put the factory here. We can't get to the dirt block, so let's actually get rid of the dirt block first. And mob controller goes there, which we're not going to put yet. So then let's hit the block for tier 2. Get that going. Tier 3. Oh boy. We still have to go make the mob prism to make, and the controller. Those are complicated in the fact that I don't have the resources right now. But we'll be able to get that put together. Alright. And then this is tier 3. I can't hit you from here. Alright. Tier 3. Goodness. All the misplacing. All the misplacing. Down here. And then we can make the pillars. One already there. Doesn't look like it. Oh, I bet I have a torch there or something. I do. Okay. And then these. And I think that is it. So once we put a tier 3 mob controller in place, this should auto form. Okay. Yay! Now, let's break through here real quick and get that block. There we go. So there's that. Lights. That should take care of it. Alright, yeah, so we'll be able to, we'll move the stairs to over here, probably on the expansion side. That's not a problem at all. Okay. So, yeah, I only need to go up to the orange level, guys. Yep, I read it, but I didn't comprehend it apparently. Okay. That's okay that you didn't question it. I'm sure some people would have built a larger one than they needed. This is just going to be the one that I need for blazes and witches. I didn't... Let me look at this wiki again. For rocket fuel is tier 3, I think. Gunpowder and redstone. I think creepers are tier 1, so this will still be large enough. I won't need to move the door. I'm not going to dismantle it and move it back. I'm just going to leave it here. So there's that. Hey, creeper. Hi there. Nice to see ya. Would you like some love? No? Okay. No love. Alright, so I have prisms, but I don't have the factories, and if I remember, they were not easy to make. So let's find out. Factory. We need... oh, what's it called? Controller. Controller. Oh, what was hard about it was I needed uranium, and that is something that I probably still need. Yeah, I don't have enough to make more than one, so we can do one. Let's do blazes because I have redstone currently. I think all you need to do is whack it. Okay, maybe you need to craft it. Apparently, use on controller, so maybe I need to actually place it to do it. Well, it's not forming. So apparently I did something not right. Do I need to put this here? Is this interfering? I'm not missing any blocks, because the only blocks I have in my inventory are green ones. Is this facing the wrong way? I mean, because that could be the case. Well, it looks right. Well, this other one that's a skeleton, what happens when I put you on top? It forms. So something is wrong with tier 2 is my guess. It looks right. Huh. It's not touching anything. So that's all there. Why are you not forming tier 2? I don't understand. Did I have a torch on the floor underneath here somewhere that maybe is interfering? Are you interfering? How about you? Are you interfering? That's it for torches on the floor. What is going on? Why you no form? That is going to irk me to no end. If anyone knows why tier 2 is not forming, now's the time to say something. All the blocks are in place. Unless this is lying and it really needs tier 3. I don't know. I don't know what's wrong. I don't know how to troubleshoot either. No. Well, unfortunately that's gonna have to be it for my stream because I can't progress until I figure out why the Woot tier 2 does not form. So I'm gonna call it here for this morning, and I'm gonna try to figure out the Woot problem and see what I'm doing wrong. And I will be back tomorrow morning right about the same time for another Simple Life 2 stream. So make sure you follow so you can be notified, and I will catch you back here tomorrow morning. Take care, folks. Bye!